What happens to the oil on that ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman, just follow the tanker.
Do you know where
Follow,
it's going? Was it going
follow
to
it,
China?
get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it true it's going to
But we're
Cuba?
gonna, I assume we're gonna keep the oil.
Amid the U.S. government facing scrutiny over Venezuelan strikes and killing 2 survivors during the September 2 strikes, the Trump administration made another shocking move. The United States seized a sanctioned oil tanker off the Venezuelan coast. Because of Washington's sudden action, oil prices spiked and tensions between the 2 countries increased further. Helicopters, commandos, and crude oil. Know the details about the U.S. operation that has sent global prices soaring. Trump has never shied away from expressing enmity toward Maduro, and a military buildup in the Caribbean accompanied it. From initial strikes on alleged drug boats to the tanker seizure, does Trump have a foolproof plan for a Venezuela invasion? The confiscation marks the first time a Venezuelan oil shipment has been seized under the U.S. sanctions imposed in 2019. It also represents the Trump administration's first publicly known move against a tanker linked to Venezuela since he directed a major military buildup in the area. The United States has conducted multiple operations targeting vessels believed to be involved in drug trafficking, a practice that has sparked concern among lawmakers and legal specialists. A 45-second unclassified clip showed 2 helicopters closing in on a ship, while armed, camouflage-clad personnel rappelled down onto the vessel. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi took to X and reported that the FBI, Homeland Security, the Coast Guard, and the U.S. military executed a seizure warrant on a crude tanker carrying sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. Bondi wrote, and I quote, "Executed a seizure warrant for a crude oil tanker used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran." The Department of Homeland Security shared the clip of the seizure with the caption, I quote, "Knockout. If you threaten our nation or break the law, there is no place on land or sea where we won't find you." When asked about the seizure and which port the tanker would go to, Trump responded wittily to the reporter, saying, "Get a helicopter and follow the tanker." Notably, when the U.S. president was asked what would happen with the oil, he didn't flinch and said the U.S. would keep it.
What happens to the oil on that ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman, just follow the tanker.
Do you know where it's going? Was it going
Follow
to
it,
China?
get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it true it's going to
But we're
Cuba?
gonna, I assume we're gonna keep the oil.
In a lengthy statement on Instagram, the Venezuelan government condemned the action as blatant theft and labeled it international piracy, adding that it plans to bring the matter before global authorities. It continued, "Under these circumstances, the true reasons for the prolonged aggression against Venezuela have finally been revealed. It has always been about our natural resources, our oil, our energy, the resources that belong exclusively to the Venezuelan people." Iran's embassy in Caracas, in a post on X on Thursday, denounced the move as a grave violation of international laws and norms. Earlier, during a rally in Caracas, Maduro called on citizens to adopt the mindset of warriors and be prepared to smash the teeth of the North American empire if necessary.
In these times, It must be profoundly different. But we, as a united and determined people, always have to be like vigilant warriors, with both our eyes wide open, constantly observing and analyzing, diligently working, tirelessly producing, and steadfastly building a better future for everyone. All of us must be fully functioning, always, and absolutely ready to decisively smash their teeth in with unwavering resolve and collective strength if such a drastic measure becomes absolutely necessary for our survival and sovereignty. If the powerful North American empire, with its vast influence and strategic interests, truly needs it, then from the sacred and historic homeland of Bolivar, the very cradle of our independence and revolutionary spirit, we will rise to the occasion and defend our principles with every fiber of our being. Anyone who wants to. Venezuelan oil, respect the law, the Constitution, and national sovereignty. And to produce, invest, pay, and sell your oil. Venezuela as an oil colony, never again. Neither a mere colony nor mere slaves.
Trump officials did not reveal the vessel's name or its location when the seizure occurred. But a very large crude carrier, Skipper, was reportedly seized off Venezuela on December 10th, having loaded 1.8 million barrels of Mary crude from Jose between December 4th and 5th. It offloaded about 200,000 barrels near Curacao to the Panama-flagged Neptune 6, bound for Cuba. The U.S. sanctioned the tanker for its past involvement in Iranian oil trading when it was called Odessa. Guyana's maritime authority said the vessel was falsely flying its flag, and PDVSA data showed it shipped Venezuelan oil to Asia in 2021 to 2022. Oil futures climbed after the seizure news. Brent crude rose 27 cents, 0.4%, to $62.21 a barrel, while US WTI gained 21 cents, 0.4%, to $58.46 per barrel, after initially trading lower. Hear what the U.S. president said exactly while announcing the confiscation of the sanctioned oil tanker off the Venezuelan coast.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so.
Can you explain a little more about this Venezuelan oil tanker and share a little more information?
Well, I'll let the people do it, but you see the result, and I guess they probably have released the pictures by now, or pretty soon. You'll discuss that with the appropriate people later on, but no, it was seized for a very good reason.
The oil tanker, who owns that oil tanker?
You'll get that information later.
Okay, and have you spoken to Maduro since your last conversation?
No, I
It's
haven't.
only been one conversation.
No.
We're interested in the seizure of this tanker. What happens to the oil on that ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You're a good newsman, just follow the tanker.
Do you know where it was going? Was it going
Follow
to
it. Get a
China?
helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it true it's going to
But
Cuba?
we're gonna, I assume we're gonna keep the oil.